here because you have been involved in some kind of community activism, leadership, maybe a political campaign. Maybe you have the chops of that activism and you want to find someplace else to put it. Anybody?
Everybody.
Make my day. Because in addition to working in this economy, what else you can do is a tremendous amount of political support, communication support, and logistics support for building this economy. As Pat said, we're blessed to be in Ulster County, which is one of the most advanced with the education and training. We have a county executive who ran on the platform of creating 1,000 green jobs, and Sustainable Hudson Valley has some little place within the implementation of that, with helping to create some additional kind of business consortia along sort of the same logic as the Solar Energy Consortium, but in other aspects of the green economy. And we are working on how to bring real green jobs now to life in as many of our communities as possible. So my associate Michael O'Hara is being techie right now, but I want you to talk to him and to me when we're finished formally presenting, because between us we're going to be seeing how many communities we can get excited about a new thing that has been endorsed by the U.S. Conference of Mayors, which is called the Green Jobs Pledge. Remember the climate, Mayor's Climate Agreement? Well, that was virtuous. This is really cool. And, I was just in a meeting this morning with folks in Connecticut. They're doing it in Bridgeport and New Haven. If they can do it, we can do it. So we're based in Kingston, and we just thought, there's an awful lot of juice flowing in Kingston these days. Let's use that as our example of what might be possible, of all the work we have to do. We have created this little thing, starting with the green line that gets painted along Broadway every year for the St. Patty's Day race, but it kind of stays there. So I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning imagining the Kingston Green Trail. And, with Pat, with Rural Ulster Preservation Company, with Center for Creative Education, with the Parks and Recreation folks for the city of Kingston, a whole lot of partners, we have the Kingston Green Trail Alliance. And we've, sat with the hospitals and the school district and tried to help them figure out how to get some money for district energy. We've helped to hatch the Bike Friendly Kingston initiative, which is now working closely with the county to get bike trails, amenities, racks, maps, all that stuff established. And we're really saying, how can we test out the Green Jobs Pledge and a Green Jobs strategy that makes sense with our lots of small little quirky companies and our lots of quirky people like us. So, what do we have to work with? We've got a community garden program. We've got recent funding. Hallelujah, thanks to Robert Mann at the Center for Creative Education to renovate the Carnegie Library here and make an arts and technology center. That's nothing we take credit for. This is just what we happened into. And this kind of youth education with digital music happening on the Green Trail. Next slide. So that's the vision. Next slide. It really, doesn't it? It looks like a Google map. But, if we really make a bike-friendly city, maybe we could get a bike shop back in. Next slide. There is, as stimulus money flows, it will flow, we hope, to things like schools and public buildings. And low-income housing, there will be construction jobs. They better be green. In addition to all of the stuff that Pat was mentioning in terms of energy, we've been able to get a branch of the U.S. Green Building Council fairly well established, and they have gone beyond creating just the kind of formal programs on LEED that are kind of about how to do the paperwork, and they're really drilling down into how do you train the construction industry in the skills that are needed. So that's something we can bring out. Next slide. We've got a farmer's market, we've got beginnings of a community garden program. Applause to all who have made that happen. There is nothing better for your carbon footprint than not shipping your food across the country. So, next slide. and local energy security. I'm such a sophisticated PowerPoint maker. You can certainly tell that that is insulation. What is that? Who knows? Insulation made out of blue jeans made in central New York, but hey, maybe we could license that.